So we're lucky today to have Edie Cay with us again, talking about her new novel, The Boxer and the Blacksmith. So your first novel, A Lady's Revenge, has been out and doing well. Tell us the difference between having a freshman book and a sophomore book.
So, A Lady's Revenge has won the Golden Leaf Best First Book Award, which I'm very proud of. So that's
Congratulations.
thank you. So that's my brag on that one. And the difference between the Boxer and the Blacksmith and A Lady's Revenge is more about the class issues that I kind of touch on in A Lady's Revenge, showing both the aristocracy and the lower class when you're talking about John Arthur's upbringing and his, and the world of pugilism, boxing. And then the Boxer and the Blacksmith, you met the boxer, Bess Abbott, in A Lady's Revenge. And she is a side character who is the boxing instructor for Lady Lydia. And then in this book, we get to see her world. And so we see her training and we see her matches. And of course, her love interest, the blacksmith, is Oz Worley, who is a blacksmith who's just moved down from Manchester. So the difference between these two, with the first book, I really was trying to touch all the buttons that a Regency romance normally has. And with the second one, I just wanted to write the story that I knew Bess deserved. I knew that her love story was important and needed to be told.
And Oz is a fabulous hero.
Thank
I
you.
loved him.
Thank you.
And is he taken off of somebody that you know, or did you come up completely in your head?
Actually, I do have a friend who I kind of thought of his personality. And so whenever I was kind of stuck as to what would Oz do here? How would he react to this? Then I would kind of think of my friend and be like, oh, how did he react to this situation? And how would he go along with this? Is this a point where he would fight, or is this a point where he'd be like, all right. So, and I will brag again on Oz. So in 2019, I did submit The Boxer and the Blacksmith as an unpublished manuscript to Hearts Through History's, their romance chapter, their contest, and called Romance Through the Ages. And while I didn't win in my category, Oz Worley did win the Legend Award, A Man for All Reason. So, which is the hero award across all categories. So he was the best hero. So,
And
on him.
Definitely deserving, I have to say. So you wrote about the lower class, and so there was a lot of slang back then.
Yes. Which was the fun, yeah, that was the fun part of writing this book for sure, is being able to use all of the cant, as they like to call it, for Regency world. So a lot of that slang is actually based on boxing. So we still use a lot of that slang that they started then, up to scratch, toe the line. Those are all boxing terms. So, well, a lot of people use this particular book when they're writing their Regencies for what they would kind of go with. This is Regency Slang Revealed by Louise Allen, and she touches on Gross's Dictionary of the Vulgar Tongue, which was a resource that they put together in the late 1800s, which, because slang was changing so fast, you had to kind of keep up with it. It was otherwise you wouldn't understand the people you were talking to. I think Jane Austen actually makes a reference to that in one of her books as well, that just couldn't understand what that person was saying. I think it's in Persuasion.
A modern urban dictionary.
Exactly. So I used this was a great resource, but the number one thing I used was the boxing terms themselves. So this is the first volume of Boxiana by Pierce Egan. And Pierce Egan does make an appearance in my book, and I did vilify him a little bit. Not entirely undeserved, though. At any rate, he wrote a bunch about all the matches that he went to see, and collected them in a newspaper that was out called Boxiana. And then later on in his life, he put them into 5 different volumes. So this is volume 1. And it goes through blow by blow of each match he ever saw. So this is like the running commentary. This is this is the best we can get if you didn't see the fight yourself. So I used a lot of the words that he used, cross-referenced, of course, and double-checked, because is that really what I think that means? Things like, domino box for your mouth, or a belly go firster for a sock to the gut, things like that. So
what an awesome first thing resource. I mean,
yeah, as a primary source, this is great. It's actually one of the places I read about the training regimes as well, because he covers that. So it's interesting that it's not all that different from what people do now for training.
so just a few days ago, I finished watching The Bridgertons, and there was boxing in that. So
Yeah.
how does your novel differ from The Bridgertons as far as boxing?
Well, first, squee on Bridgertons, because that was fabulous and I loved it. And I read the books by Julia Quinn, which didn't have boxing in it. So it's an interesting addition that the Shondaland showrunners decided to add to it, which is great. But the difference is that the way they portrayed boxing there, it was very much from the aristocracy looking down.
Mm-hmm.
There were very few scenes of covering the actual boxer. They talked about it a little bit, but not a lot. So, we didn't really see him training that much. They showed the fun aspects of sparring, but not oh, hey, let's go for a 15-mile run today. Let's drink nothing but broth all day long, all that stuff. So my book, The Boxer and the Blacksmith, really covers what it's like to be in the ring. Mm-hmm. And especially from a female perspective, where you were considered a rarity. And there was a couple of different takes on the boxers that were women at the time. And I try to make the differentiation really clear in the book, where were you an athlete or were you up there to give a show? So. And of course, in the back of the book, I do have a very extensive historical note talking about the real life inspiration. I did not make up female boxers. Mm-hmm. There is definite and ample evidence of that. And so I did base this on a specific person.
So when is this book going to be released?
It will be released on February 1st, which is very soon. And it is across all platforms, and it's both ebooks and print media as well.
And what is going to be your next project?
The next one, which will probably be out in February 1st, 22. It's nice to keep them on schedule. The next one is called A Lady's Finder. So it is a way to kind of call back to A Lady's Revenge. And A Lady's Finder is going to star Lady Agnes, Lady Lydia's younger sister, slightly more wallflowerish sister. So we're again going to have that interplay of upper class and lower class in it. And her love interest we meet in The Boxer and the Blacksmith. So I did not include the first chapter teaser of A Lady's Finder in the print version because it was getting too long. The Boxer and the Blacksmith also has a slang dictionary and a cast of characters, so the text was just getting a little bit long. But it should be included in the e-versions. Anyway, but it's pretty exciting. I'm excited to see where all my research goes. I am going to be delving into the world of drag queens in the Regency era, which is very exciting. I'm very thrilled about that. So
yeah, I'm sure most people think drag queens is a newer concept.
But it wasn't. Not
oh no, in my time era, you always had like the Lord of Misrule and women dressed like men and men dressed like women for the 12th night, right?
Yes.
So not a new concept at all. It's been out there for a long time.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank you, Katie. I want everybody, you guys need to go out and buy this book, The Boxer and the Blacksmith. Wonderful hero and heroine, very worthy of finding true love. And again, it's coming out on February 1st, so you can go and buy it or get it on pre-order.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Edie.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.